Video number 2. Oh my gosh, when I saw 14 minutes, I went, nobody's going to watch this one anyway. It's too long. Okay. And if I knew how to edit, I would edit. Really, I really would. Okay. You saw my chart about rebound. Let me talk about excess body weight. Remember, your doctors, the WLS standard is like, if you maintain 50% loss, if you lose 50% of your excess body weight and maintain it for 2 years or something, I just read that on a forum, then that person's doctor said you're a success. I talked to Janie. Her doctor told her, if you lose 80% of your excess weight and maintain it, you are a success. Okay, so my doctor didn't tell me anything. And I don't have a relationship with my physician anymore because he was on a thing with Kaiser, and you know, when Kaiser's done with a contract, you can't speak to those people anymore. But I tried to do a little number crunch, and I looked it up on the internet. And so here's the deal. I lost 120 pounds. I don't know how you count your excess body weight. If you want to count it from where you went to where you ended, and if you feel like you ended in a place that put me just within a healthy BMI or a normal weight range for my height and blah, 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 but they didn't take into account my age. Okay, that means at 100% of my excess body weight, it's 12 pounds per 10%. If I want to say I multiply 80%, I do an 80% calculation. Let's say Janie's doctor told me to maintain 80% loss. 80% of 120 is 96 pounds. Here I am, almost year 4, 3 years solidly out from weight loss surgery. No, 4 years solidly out from weight loss surgery, early November. And I had 100% loss, and I have been able to, at this point I can say I've had, a little more than 80% permanent loss, and I don't believe that my body's going to need to go higher than 150. I think as long as I live healthily and do right, my body surely will stay 150 to 145 to who knows what. There are times you want to challenge yourself a little harder and clean your act up, which is what I've been doing. And there are times you just need to realize you are doing the best you can. And this is one life. And there's not a thing that I can't do today at 150 that I couldn't do at 130. Not a thing. Not a thing I'm too embarrassed to do. Not a thing that physically I can't achieve. So, what's the difference? What's the difference? Also, a woman my age should not be too thin, and I can honestly say, looking at my pictures from Vegas last year, when I was 130, or my daughter's wedding, when I was, no, it wasn't Vegas. Yeah, I was 130 at Vegas last year, and I was 130 the year before, or 133 this year, or whatever. At my daughter's wedding, I was like 131 because I had a custom-made dress made, and I wasn't going to not fit in it. Plus, I was trying to just keep myself going to get to the move and everything. So I just want to say that you need to really count what you think of as a goal. And I looked up the word goal too. Synonyms for goal. Synonyms for goal. Oh, come on. Watch, I probably don't have it. Here it is. Goals. When you start off this process and you need to know what is it I'm trying to achieve with losing weight, think about your dreams. Dream. What were you dreaming about? Were you dreaming about a number on a scale? Probably not if you've never been thin and you didn't have any number you could relate to. Possibly if you were a person who was thin in your whole adult life and you want to get back to your high school weight, or your college weight, or your pre-baby weight, 30 years before, or whatever. The point is, if you don't have a frame of reference for a number on a scale, like I sure as hell didn't have any frame of reference for 130, that was not my goal. It's sort of, those things became my goal as I got closer and closer to them. I got a little nutty fixated on that thing, so I was like, oh, I'm so close, I could say I'm 130. It's sort of like when we all wanted to have single digit numbers on our clothing. It's the same kind of thing. You're like, oh, I want to be in that size 8. Get out of the, and that's a great motivator, but it doesn't define who you are. It is a struggle to lose that weight. I remember the plateau days. I remember then not eating enough and then exercising too much. I remember trying to eat more to try to get the scale to me. I mean, do you think how many different ways did we try to maneuver ourselves? But the bottom line is, what was your goal? What was your, forget goal number. Goal number needs to get over. That needs to come along as you're moving towards downhill, okay? But what were your dreams? What, when you closed your eyes, did you imagine your life was going to look like? What was it the weight loss was going to do for you? Here, here, here. What was it going to do for you? Was it going to allow you to have freedom from disease and ill health? Was it going to give you new energy and be able to play with your children or grandchildren on the floor? Was it going to be to feel good about yourself when you looked in the mirror? Was it going to be, which leads to a million other things, was it to give you confidence back? Was it to, I mean, you only know what your dreams and imaginings were. Those dreams and imaginings, those aspirations, the things you aspired towards, for the way you wanted to redefine your life, that is really, when you it's all said and done, that is the part that is by far so much more important than the number. Because I need to feel equally as good about where I am at 150 as I did in my stage of disbelief about being 130. Bony thin. People say, you look healthier now. Well, you know what? I'm going to say this. I think I was just as healthy at 130 as I am at 150. I could wear a few different things that I can't put on my body right now. Some things, I have to go back to the days where I want to put on a Spanx occasionally, or a fake Spanx to suck in a piece of me. I got so thin I didn't need to wear Spanx. I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know what to do if I couldn't put on something that was going to pull you together a little more. Back in the days where I could slip some on and make me look about 3 pounds smaller in the hip area, boom, boom, I'm good to go. What else do I need? There is nothing I can't do today that I couldn't do at 130. Nobody's going to say you can't get on the ride. No, not that I want to get on a ride, but there just isn't anything as long as I know that I'm never going back to where I came from, that I am free from a life of poor self-image and self-doubt and never feeling as good as anybody else. Those days are never coming back to me, never. Because I know I will eat right and do moderate movement and keep my body flexible and strong as I age. I have what? 40 years left? I plan on making those 40 years the best 40 years I've ever known. I hope you will do the same and realize that when people see you, the beauty they see in you is the light that comes from within, and they rejoice with you. You rejoice with yourself and what you've achieved. It's your life, your dreams, your goals, not a number on a scale. Try as you're moving down in your weight loss journey to grow here and here in a way that you're not comparing your body type or their weight loss or the number they achieved to yourself so that you feel like, I need to be, I want to be, they got to be, why can't I be? That's never going to do anything but steal your joy. Never going to do anything but steal your joy and screw you up. And I just encourage you to rejoice that you're stronger and healthier every day. You do something good for your body and good for your heart and good for your mind and good for your spirit. I mean, we're so many different parts. We're not just flesh and bone and water on a machine that tells you what you weigh. In a gravity-filled environment, we're so much more than that. So I hope this spoke to somebody today. Obviously, I needed to say it. And there's so much more. So make a video response, please. And if you want to go and see other video that I did about showing you why, again, there is normative rebound in everyone's life, except for maybe the top 0.5% of weight loss people. who have become athletes on the extreme upper level of athlete. That is not 99.5% of us. Most of us fall somewhere in that glad to be moving, glad to be making good healthy choices and changing the way we relate to food and ourselves and just being the people that we never dreamed we could be. My dreams came true. My dreams came true. I am no longer 250 pounds. I'm no longer 268 pounds. I'm no longer the person who didn't want to leave the house. I am the person who's so free in her skin now that she can be accessible to other people and make the world a better place by just being who you are. That should be our goal. That should have always been our goal. So keep growing, keep pushing forward, and I'll see you guys later.